The Grand Prix circus went back across the Atlantic to Detroit, a town where imported automobiles aren't always a welcome sight. But Formula One cars don't threaten anyone's job, so the puzzled spectators were all smiles.
I think it's nice.
I think it's great for the city of Detroit, and the interruption, I think, is well worth it.
Fantastic.
I think it's all right. I think Detroit needs something like that.
I think it's really exciting.
Have you ever seen sort of racing before?
No.
You going to be here on Sunday?
No.
I believe we build the best cars in the world here, and what better place to have a race than the Motor City?
The circuit for Detroit's first Grand Prix wasn't even finished, hence no practice. The drivers did a lot of being just one of the boys and stuff like that. After a grand total of 2.5 minutes practice, the grid order was decided by colour of hair. When the race finally got underway, the drivers, with Prost first and Rosberg and de Cesaris on his tail, were heading into the unknown, so a minor shunt was only to be expected. Patrese, perhaps still tasting the champagne from Monaco, went off. A fire marshal covered a flag marshal with foam. The flag marshal wiped his eyes with a red flag, and the race stopped for an hour. Ample time for all the major teams to rebuild their cars. After the restart an hour later, Prost and Rosberg were away again, Turbo versus Cosworth at sea level. When Rosberg went past Prost, the Renault died of shame. Prost must have missed a gear when he saw Rosberg make a U-turn down the escape road. But the real news was Watson, who was once again doing his top gear from the rear number, this time from an impossible 18th place on the grid, which was practically the same as starting the race in England. He went past Giacomelli, and Giacomelli disposed of himself pressing the wrong pedal. He climbed through the field until there were 3 cars separating him from a crack at the leader. Lauda's McLaren, Chiva's Ligier, and Peroni's Ferrari. In a single lap, the lap of the gods, one by one he nailed them all. That left only Rosberg in front, and eventually the inspired Watson gathered him in too. Watson's finely tuned philosophical spirit should have been shaken to jelly by the Detroit track, but this year Hamlet was turning into Fortinbras, or to put it another way, having got used to losing, he was now getting used to winning. So Watty was on the victory dais for the second time in 3 races and leading the World Championship. A big step in his one-man crusade to prove that nice guys can finish first.